All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode. Another career makeover.
A career makeover, is it?
You got it.
All right.
Okay, I know maybe not as catchy as a new T-Swift album drop.
Oh, God.
But trust me, this is going to be just as impactful for your professional life, especially if you're in robotics, which, let's face it, is way cooler than any pop song. Today, you're going to be looking at how to revamp your LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
And get this.
Yeah.
We're taking inspiration from Taylor Swift's career.
You are kidding me, right?
I'm not kidding.
No way.
I'm so serious.
Oh, God, I'm already brainstorming the LinkedIn headline like robotics expert, no blank spaces in my experience.
Yeah. Maybe we'll add shake it off.
Yeah.
The algorithms don't like me.
All right. Settle down, Swifty. You're getting a little ahead of yourself.
Okay.
But you're right. There's a method to her madness. And believe it or not, those same principles can help you make your LinkedIn profile stand out in the world of robotics. Think about it. She's constantly evolving.
Reinventing herself and always at the top of her game.
True.
Those are some serious skills you need to showcase on LinkedIn, too.
Okay, I'll bite.
Okay, good.
Let's see how this goes. Walk me through it.
First up, think LinkedIn eras.
LinkedIn eras.
Yeah. You know how Taylor has those distinct album eras, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like Fearless Taylor is different from Reputation Taylor.
Exactly.
Different from, like, Lover Taylor.
And so on. Your profile needs to show that same growth. There's got to be a dynamic picture of where you are now in your career.
That's right.
Not some dusty old resume from college.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
Your LinkedIn profile needs to be current and show where you're headed. It should highlight your most relevant skills and experience for the jobs you want now.
Exactly. You wouldn't walk into a robotics conference rocking bell-bottoms and a disco ball, would you?
No, I would not.
Your LinkedIn profile should be just as up-to-date.
Okay.
It's like a living document of your professional journey. Right. It should reflect your growth and evolution as a robotics pro.
Exactly.
You want people to see your current strengths, not just where you started.
Now let's talk headlines.
Okay.
This is the first impression, your chance to grab someone's attention.
Right.
Just like a Taylor Swift song title.
Oh, no.
It needs to be catchy and tell people what you're all about.
Okay, I get it, but you're really milking this Taylor Swift thing, huh?
I am.
All right, fine. Let's hear it.
Okay, so you need to ditch the generic titles.
Yeah.
And get creative. Think about keywords that recruiters in robotics would be searching for.
Absolutely.
For example, instead of just robotics engineer,
Yes.
try something like robotics engineer building autonomous systems for a better future.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
You're showing your expertise and hinting at your ambition all in a few words.
Yes.
I like it. It's specific, it's engaging, and it tells the reader exactly what you bring to the table.
See T-Swift wisdom in action. Okay, ready for the next step.
Hit me with it. What else can we steal from the pop princess playbook?
All right, let's talk about your love story.
Love story.
Not the one with Romeo and Juliet, but your LinkedIn About section.
Okay.
This is where you go beyond listing skills and actually tell your professional story.
Okay. You're losing me a little here.
Okay.
What does Taylor Swift have to do with my professional bio?
Think about it. Her songs are all about storytelling.
Yeah.
Emotions.
Okay.
Connecting with people on a personal level.
All right.
Your About section should do the same thing. It's your chance to explain what drew you to robotics.
Right.
What drives you.
Okay.
What makes you tick.
This is where you can add some personality.
Yes.
And make yourself more memorable.
Exactly. You want to connect with potential employers on a human level.
Yeah.
Show them that you're not just a robot building robots.
So instead of just listing proficient in Python and experience with ROS,
right,
you weave those skills into a narrative about, say, a robotics project that you're passionate about.
Bingo, you're catching on.
Okay.
Let's say you were inspired by a sci-fi movie as a kid. Or maybe you built your first robot in your garage.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, use those details to make your story come alive.
Okay.
Make it real.
All right.
And make it engaging.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yes.
Authenticity matters. It's like Taylor's songwriting. She's vulnerable and real, and that's what resonates with people.
You got to don't be afraid to show your personality.
Yeah.
And your passion for robotics in your About section.
Okay.
It'll make you stand out from the crowd of generic profiles.
All right. I'm sold on the About section. Where do we go from here?
Next up, the Experience section.
Okay.
Now, we're not leaving a blank space here.
Definitely not. This is where you get to showcase your accomplishments.
Yes.
And demonstrate your value.
Think of it like this. Each job or project is a chapter in your professional story.
Okay.
And just like Taylor's folklore album,
Oh, God, another one.
it's full of rich details and evocative imagery.
I see what you're doing there.
Mhm.
Using the Taylor Swift analogy to make LinkedIn less boring. All right, I'll play along.
Good.
How do I make my experience section more like a folklore track?
Instead of just listing your duties,
Yeah,
focus on the impact you made.
impact.
How did you contribute to the project?
Right.
What problems did you solve?
Mm-hmm.
What quantifiable results did you achieve?
Right, you want to show potential employers what you're capable of, not just what tasks you were assigned.
For example, instead of assisted in designing a new robotic arm,
Yeah.
you could say, developed a novel robotic arm design that increased production efficiency by 15%.
Okay.
See the difference?
Yeah, that's much more impactful.
Yes.
It shows you're not just a cog in the machine.
Right.
You're a problem solver who gets results.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to use numbers and data to back up your claims. Quantify your accomplishments whenever possible.
Right.
It makes your impact more tangible and credible.
Okay, got it. You know, I have to admit you're winning me over with this whole Taylor Swift approach to LinkedIn.
I am.
It's actually kind of clever.
It is.
Who knew that pop music could be so insightful for professional development?
I know, right?
Okay, so what's next?
Next, we're going to talk about shaking things up in your skills section.
Oh, God.
I know, right? But trust me, this is going to be good.
All right, let's hear it.
Taylor Swift isn't afraid to show off her versatility. Singer, songwriter, director, you name it.
Yeah.
You, my friend, need to be just as fearless when showcasing your skills.
Okay.
So what do we got?
Absolutely. The skills section is prime real estate to highlight your technical prowess. We're talking programming languages, machine learning, CAD design, sensor integration, all the tools in your robotics arsenal.
Don't forget about those soft skills, too. Think project management, communication, problem solving, all those things that make you a valuable team member.
It's about showcasing a well-rounded skill set. Think about it. Taylor Swift collaborates with tons of people, producers, musicians, directors. It's the same in robotics.
Yeah.
You're not working in a vacuum. You need to be able to work effectively with others.
Right. You're not just building robots. You're building relationships, leading teams, solving complex problems.
Exactly.
Highlight those skills on your profile.
And don't be afraid to get specific. If you're proficient in Python, mention the libraries you've worked with. If you've got experience with ROS, specify the packages you've used.
Right.
The more detailed you are, the better.
Okay. We're on a roll here. Next up, let's talk about something that can really boost your credibility recommendations. It's like the "you belong with me" effect on LinkedIn.
Oh, God. You're not letting up on the Taylor Swift thing, are you?
Yo.
Okay. Branding recommendations are like having a squad of fans cheering you on, just like Taylor Swift's loyal fan base. They provide social proof that you're the real deal.
Think about it. If someone else is singing your praises,
Right.
it's way more convincing than you tooting your own horn.
Exactly. Reach out to mentors, colleagues, supervisors, anyone who can speak to your skills and experience. And don't forget to return the favor offer to write recommendations for others. It's a great way to build your network.
It's like a symbiotic relationship, just like Taylor Swift's collaborations with other artists.
Yeah.
You support each other and everyone benefits.
Speaking of collaborations, let's move on to the next phase of our Taylor-fied LinkedIn makeover content and engagement. Taylor Swift doesn't just release albums and disappear. She constantly interacts with her fans, gives them behind-the-scenes glimpses, and keeps them engaged. You should do the same on LinkedIn.
You're talking about becoming a thought leader in the robotics world.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just have a great profile. You got to be active and visible, right?
Exactly. LinkedIn isn't just a place to park your resume. It's a platform to share your knowledge, connect with other professionals, and establish yourself as someone who knows their stuff.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But what does that look like in practice? Should I be posting selfies with robots, live queening my coding sessions?
Not quite. Think more along the lines of sharing insights from your projects, commenting on industry trends, or even publishing articles related to robotics. Position yourself as someone who's not just looking for a job, but someone who's actively contributing to the field.
Okay, I get it. It's about adding value to the conversation, not just shouting, "Hey, hire me."
Precisely. And you can have a little fun with it, just like Taylor Swift does with her social media. Remember how she teases upcoming albums and keeps her fans guessing? You can do the same with your LinkedIn content.
Ooh. I like where you're going with this. Give me an example.
Let's say you're working on a really cool robotics project. You could share a sneak peek hint at its potential impact, or even ask for feedback from your network.
Wait, you're telling me to ask for help on LinkedIn. Isn't that a sign of weakness?
Not at all. It shows that you're open to collaboration, that you value the opinions of others, and that you're not afraid to admit you don't have all the answers. Plus, it's a great way to start conversations and build relationships with other professionals.
Okay, you've officially blown my mind. I never thought of LinkedIn as a place to be vulnerable or ask for help.
Well, it's time to shake things up. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness, and LinkedIn is a fantastic platform to showcase your authentic self both professionally and personally.
So to bring it back to our Taylor Swift theme, are you saying I should be ready for it when it comes to putting myself out there on LinkedIn?
You got it. Just as Taylor teases upcoming albums, give hints of your own progress, tease a new project, share a success story, or offer insights into your workflow, keep your audience engaged.
This is all making so much sense now. I'm starting to see how Taylor Swift's approach to her career can be applied to building a killer LinkedIn profile. It's all about being strategic, authentic, and engaging.
Exactly. And don't forget to have fun with it, just like Taylor infuses her personality into her music. You should let your personality shine through your LinkedIn content.
And just like her songs, you want your content to resonate with people, to make them think, hey, I want to work with this person.
Okay, let's recap what we've covered so far. We started with embracing your LinkedIn era, highlighting your most relevant skills and experience. Then we talked about crafting a catchy headline that grabs attention and tells people what you're all about.
Right, and we can't forget about the love story section. That's where you get to tell your professional story, share your passions, and connect with people on a human level.
We also talked about the importance of showcasing your impact in the experience section, using numbers and data to quantify your accomplishments.
And then we moved on to the skills section, where you flaunt your technical prowess and highlight those all-important soft skills.
And let's not forget about the power of recommendations. They're like having your own personal cheering section, boosting your credibility, and showing that others believe in your work.
And finally, we discussed the importance of being an active participant on LinkedIn, sharing your insights, engaging with others, and establishing yourself as a thought leader in the robotics field.
It's about going beyond the passive job search and actively contributing to the conversation. Share your knowledge, offer your perspectives, and build relationships with other professionals.
So there you have it, a Taylor Swift-inspired guide to rocking your LinkedIn profile.
You know what?
Who knew?
I have to admit I was skeptical at first, but you've convinced me. This whole Taylor Swift thing.
It's not a thing.
It is.
It's a framework.
Okay, framework.
It actually works.
It does. I'm genuinely impressed by how these principles can be applied to any field.
Yeah.
It's all about being strategic, authentic, and engaging.
And you know what? It's actually kind of fun.
It is.
To think about your career like a Taylor Swift album.
Yeah.
Each stage has its own vibe, its own challenges, and its own triumphs.
Exactly. And just like Taylor, you're the author of your own career story. You get to decide how you want to present yourself to the world.
Okay, so to wrap things up, let's leave you with a final thought-provoking question. What aspect of your current LinkedIn profile could use a Taylor Swift-inspired makeover?
Think about it, get creative, and don't be afraid to shake things up a bit.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration of LinkedIn and the surprising wisdom of Taylor Swift.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time for another career makeover.